What kind of education did you have in South Carolina, Dad?
What you say?
What kind of education did you have in South Carolina?
Oh yeah, I didn't get much schooling. I quit school in low grade because I had to work in. I grew up in the farm. I had to work in the farm, and I didn't get to go to school much. I quit school in 5th grade.
5th grade.
Yeah,
What kind of school did you go to?
I go to a school out in the country.
Oh, you went to a country school.
Yeah, a country school called Nebo.
Nebo.
Nebo, like your knee.
Oh, like in the Bible.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you remember your teacher?
Her name was Miss Emma, because she punished me one time and told me, Gooden, you missed out on your class, so you got to stay in lunchtime. You can't go out and see if you should have lunch when I was in school. She said, you can't go out for lunch. And she was selling candy, and when it cost a dime, the candy of 10 cents a bar, and I had a little bit of change on me. I went by and said, Miss Emma, I'm going to buy you a bar of candy. Here's a dime for the candy. She said, okay, Gooden. she accepted.
How far was your school from your home?
It was about three miles. And that's why I didn't go to school much, because I would play sick sometime and be out in the country there. And I'd be in the yard playing later on. And my mother told me, she called me Bubba, said, Bubba, you gonna miss that education. Yeah.
Was she right?
And she was right, because where I was working, I got a job with a wheel company, and they had offered me to be a foreman. And I told them I was glad they offered, but I couldn't accept it because my education was low, and I couldn't make out reports like I should. Yeah.
How did you get to school when you went?
I had to walk. That's why I missed out a lot. Because I didn't want to have to walk that far to school. But now the thing changed since then. Now down there, I went back down there after I grew up, and my sister's children was riding on a school bus, like what they got. Well, they had it for the white then, but they didn't have none for the colored. They got it for the colored down there now.
Oh, the school you went to was a separate school just for blacks?
Yeah, just for black children.
What kind of things did you...
White children had the transportation, the bus transportation.
What kind of things did you learn at Nebo?
Huh?
What kind of things did you learn at Nebo?
At that time, you had to furnish your own books. And I got 3rd grade book, and the teacher told me, said, Gooden, you ain't know enough to be in a 3rd grade book. I'm going to put you back there with the 1st grade. And I got angry about that, and I quit that school. That was Joshua School. I quit that school and went to Nebo School, where I got a little bit of education, what I got.
You quit that school on your own, Joshua?
I quit it on my own. Yeah.
You didn't ask your parents, huh?
Huh?
You didn't ask your parents for permission?
No, my parents had leave it up to me. And then I had to work in the field a lot when I come up from school.
Do you remember the kind of things you learned at Nebo?
Oh yeah, well, the teacher learned me something about waste matters. You know, like when somebody go to the bathroom and all like that. She told me, you got to take care of your waste matters.
That's common sense.
Huh?
That's common sense.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, did you learn much of the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic?
I didn't get much math, Miss Arithmetic. I learned to read pretty good. I can read pretty good, but I can't figure very much.
Did your siblings get any more education than you did, your brothers and sisters?
Huh?
Did your brothers and sisters get any more education than you did?
Yeah, they had a school named Cash School, I believe, and that way they got their education. They could read better than I could.
How about your parents, your mother and your father? What was their education like?
My mother, they didn't have much education either, 'cause they just barely could read and write. I remember that. My mother and my father. Back then it wasn't as good for learning as it is now. You know, it was like the old time way. The old time people didn't have no education.
Did the fact that you were black have anything to do with you not getting the education that you should have gotten?
Huh?
Did the fact that you were black have anything to do with the education you got or didn't get?
Yeah, because I didn't have no transportation to get to school because I was black, colored, and the white people had a bus picking up their children. That had a lot to do with it.
You think
I didn't have no transportation to get to, and my school was about 3 miles from where I lived.
would it have made a difference in how your life turned out if you had gotten more education?
Huh?
Would it have made a difference in how your life turned out had you gotten more education?
Well, like my mother told me, I wish many times I had got the education and I could get advancement on my job I was working on. I could be a foreman or something. And I would have got higher pay. And it had a lot to do with it.
Well, Dad, despite that, you still did good by your family.
Huh?
Despite the fact that you didn't get more education, you did good by your family.
Yeah. Yeah, I use common sense.
So that's what got you by, huh?
They call it down there, they call it mother wit.
Mm-hmm.
I use the common sense. That's what I use now.
Well, Dad, it seems you did the best that you could with what you had.
Huh?
You did the best you could with what you had.
Yeah.
You got a wonderful family, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah, but I admit some education people didn't do no better than I did.
So it all evened out in the end, huh?
Huh?
It all evened out in the end, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it all even out in life.
Thanks for sharing, Dad.
Huh?
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome, son.